Now, from Arkansas's News and Information Center, this is THV 11 News at 5.
Happy Halloween to you all, and thank you for joining us for THV 11 News at 5. I'm Dawn Scott.
And I'm Denise Middleton. It is a perfect night for trick-or-treating and Friday night football, of course. So as you answer the door, giving out candy or keeping up with the football games, keep us on. We'll be right there with you.
We want to start things out with our showcase game of the week. It is in Benton tonight, and Mary Dunleavy is there. Mary.
That's right, you guys. It's also Halloween here at our showcase game of the week. As you can see, I'm all dressed up in Benton gear. These guys are undefeated this season and taking on El Dorado tonight. We have a full preview coming up and some more costumes coming up as well. Hey, Craig, how's it going out there?
Oh, I'm telling you, you think you've got action. We've got action here in my neighborhood at the home of Thomas Owens. He's got all these statues and all of these displays here in his front yard. It's always a big hit in our neighborhood. Everything's fake, of course. Or at least I thought so. But I will tell you this, it will add to the color and excitement of this Halloween night, and you'll enjoy very much. Our main name's not lips. Ed?
Oh, that is certainly THV11 lips there.
It sure is. Well, we will check back in with Craig shortly. First, though, how cool will it be for those trick-or-treaters tonight?
You know, there's just so much wrong with this newscast. Everybody looks like dumb. They just look dumb. What's going on with people tonight? I mean, can you imagine? Why would people do that? I mean, don't they know how silly they look? Here's your forecast. Take a look at the satellite view tonight. We've got mainly clear skies, a couple of clouds around, but really it's very, very nice. High pressure in control. The cool front has pushed through. I think I'm scaring my grandkids. I think I am.
You're scaring us.
And I'm scared. Well, was it as scary as Craig's lips?
No.
Not quite. Didn't think so. Currently in low 60s and upper 50s. Look at Harrison, 48 degrees, a couple of clouds around there. A freeze warning has been posted. We're going to see a low tonight of 33 degrees and a high tomorrow of 55. Now, coming up in just a few minutes, you'll see the return of Ed the Head. He's coming up in just a few. Back to you.
All right, Ed, thank you. A second suspect accused of killing real estate agent Beverly Carter appeared in court today. THV11's Macy Jenkins was there in the courtroom this morning and joins us now with the latest details. Macy?
Well, Denise, Crystal Lowry was actually appeared before a Pulaski County District Court judge today. She pleaded not guilty to felony capital murder and kidnapping. Crystal Lowry pleaded not guilty before Pulaski County District Court Judge Wayne Gruber on Friday. Lowry's attorney, Rick Holloman, declined to ask for bond because of the severity of the charges.
Yeah, I just reserved the right to be able to address the bond. I knew that wasn't going to get anywhere this morning. On a capital felony murder charge.
Last month, Lowry's estranged husband, Aaron Lewis, was also charged with kidnapping and capital murder in the death of Beverly Carter. I asked Holloman if he had any plans of a joint defense with Lewis.
She's a completely different individual, and her circumstances of who she is, what she is, are completely different than the co-defendant.
Chief Deputy Prosecuting Attorney John Johnson says it's too early to say how Lowry's arrest will change his approach to prosecuting Lewis.
It's pretty early in the process, obviously, but I would imagine that they would be tried separately.
Holloman says he has been Lowry's attorney since about 10 days after they found Beverly Carter's body, but he calls her arrest on Thursday a surprise.
What the events were yesterday of her being arrested were totally unexpected, I can tell you that.
Now, Lowry is still being held at Pulaski County Jail. The district court has until January 5th to file this case in circuit court. Denise?
All right, Macy, thank you. The Arkansas Community Correction is making registered sex offenders stay on lockdown for Halloween. Sex offenders assessed at levels 3 or 4 must report to the center or stay home on house arrest until the peak time of trick-or-treating is over. Levels 1 and 2 taking part in the sex offenders aftercare program must also stay home unless ordered to go elsewhere.
And it has been working very well. We have done this for years, and knock on wood, cross your fingers, we have not had an incident, and we're going to do everything we can to see that it stays that way.
Officers will also make random, unannounced home visits to make sure those offenders are exactly where they're supposed to be. Conway police investigating an alleged rape during a party at Hendrix College. The victim told police she was at a party mingling with friends when she went to a dorm room where the suspect told everyone to leave. That's when she said he began to sexually assault her. She also reported that during the alleged assault, someone banged on the door. She says that's when the suspect stopped and she was able to leave. The victim told officers she did not know the suspect.
In a THV11 update, the gunman in the October 17th hostage situation and shooting at Serenity Bakery in Searcy County has died.
John Collada has been in the hospital since being airlifted following the shooting. His body has been sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab for an autopsy.
Now, police say Collada shot a Searcy County sheriff's deputy during a gunfire exchange as the deputy and a state trooper entered the bakery.
The shooting is still under investigation and will be submitted to prosecutors to determine if deadly force used by law enforcement officers was lawful.
Pulaski County deputies investigating a shooting near College Station that sent a person to the hospital in serious condition. Deputies were called to the 5400 block of Highway 365 around 10:30 this morning to a business called JC Trucking. Lieutenant Carl Minden says they found the victim shot around 4 times. Investigators are working on suspect information and a possible motive in this case. A warrant issued for the arrest of Corey Ray Turner on charges of first-degree murder and arson in Hope. Turner is allegedly responsible for the house fire Monday on North Pritchard Street, where police found the body of 20-year-old Thomas Youngblood. Police say there was trauma to the body and ruled the case a homicide. Hope police are asking for help in finding Turner. He was last seen in Nevada County Tuesday afternoon. Police say Turner is considered dangerous. City of North Little Rock wants to shut down the Motel 6, calling it a safety concern there. The Pulaski County prosecuting attorney, along with the city, filed a lawsuit against them, calling the property a threat to health and safety of its residents. The police department began an investigation 5 years ago, and since then, they have reports of 27 drug crimes, 1 aggravated robbery, 3 domestic batteries, 2 aggravated assaults, and 33 public intoxications. The city says without cooperation from the motel, they are left no other choice.
The police have had agreements with them where they've worked out where they can operate, but they have more stringent requirements to operate, and those agreements have not worked out to where that they can be an ongoing hotel without these problems.
It'll now be up to the Pulaski County Circuit Court judge to decide whether or not to continue with a civil case in this matter.
Well, if you're worried about your kids gorging on Halloween candy tonight and getting a bunch of cavities, you shouldn't.
Well, we're told our mouths are actually made to kill the sugar acid from candy faster if you eat it all at once than if you eat a little throughout the day.
You eat a bunch of candy all at one time, that saliva has a chance to keep up and wash all the acid away or neutralize the acid. However, if you eat candy and ration it throughout the day, or if mom and dad say, oh, you can only have 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon or 1 at night, that's almost worse than just giving it to them all at one time. And
all right, so let your kids have the candy, and just remember to brush and floss, of course. More THV11 News at 5 coming up. Plus,
in a sea of maroon and white, look what we found out here. Some Hog fans. Check this out. A Hog fan gave me this. We're talking to them, and we're going to have a live look coming up next. But now to your high school sports.
Oh, what a front yard this is. What possesses a homeowner to make his house look haunted and like Halloween? Well, we're going to talk to the owner of this house. This is him, and he's a surgeon. Can't wait to visit with him when we come back on THV11 Halloween night.
Thanks for watching THV11.
America, we have a powerful choice to create jobs,
to revitalize American manufacturing,
to make us more secure,
by choosing to produce and refine more energy,
American energy.
America is now the world's #1 natural gas producer, and with smart policies could become #1 in oil by 2015. A global energy leader.
This election,
let's join together.
Republicans,
Democrats,
Independents,
to re-energize America.
Get involved at chooseenergy.org.
America's energy.
America's choice.
For all you early risers, you runners and readers, you snoozers and coffee seekers, when you get up and get going, we've got the highs and the lows, all the stuff you need to know. It's morning in Arkansas. Wake up with THV11, and let's get this day started.
In an elegant New York City mansion, billionaire Michael Bloomberg sleeps safely. A team of armed guards protects him. But Bloomberg wants to take away your right to self-defense. He's pushing extreme gun control, and Patrick Hayes will help him do it. Bloomberg spends millions to elect politicians like Hayes, and Hayes supports the Bloomberg gun control agenda. Defend your rights. Defeat Patrick Hayes. The NRA Institute for Legislative Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's Man Cave Month at Family Leisure.
Seating, sectionals to massage chairs, we've got it all. Entertainment, pool tables to dartboards and everything in between. Finishing touch, bars, bar stools, and more. Win a free Man Cave.
Man Cave sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Guns, guns, guns. It's gun show time. Don't miss the largest ever gun and knife show in Arkansas history at the Little Rock Expo Center in Jacksonville. Buy, sell, trade. Thousands of rifles, shotguns, handguns, knives, ammo, and so much more. Everything for the hunter, collector, or target shooter. Up to $10,000 for your old gun. The largest ever gun and knife show and sale this weekend in Arkansas history at the former Walmart building in Jacksonville. JP Wright Loop Road, the Air Force Base exit, Saturday 9 to 5 and Sunday 9 to 4. Presented to you by RK Shows.
They are all God's children, and count on us to keep them safe from abuse. But as a child welfare attorney for the state, Leslie Rutledge was cited for gross misconduct. Misconduct so bad, officials placed her on a do not rehire list. Now Rutledge is stonewalling, refusing to answer questions about the scandal. But if the state of Arkansas doesn't trust Rutledge to protect children, how can we ever trust Rutledge as Attorney General?
Well, it's Friday Night Football, but it's also Halloween.
Yeah, and we want to know what the weather is going to be looking like for the trick-or-treaters. Here's Ed Buckner with your forecast.
Hey, Dawn and Denise, that's right. It's Halloween. It's a big night for the trick-or-treaters, and boy, the weather's certainly cooperating. I just wish other things were cooperating. You know, sometimes you just not feel yourself. Sometimes you just don't feel like you're not all there. Have you ever had one of those days? That's what I'm saying. It's the return of Ed the Head. Popular demand. I don't know what else to say. You're going to hear the same jokes you've heard for the past 20 years. You know, I couldn't go trick-or-treating tonight because I had nobody to go with. Can I get somebody clap, please? Satellite view tonight shows mainly clear skies. We got lots of clear skies right there. Good thing I've got a big nose, okay? Because there we go. Cloud cover moving off toward the south and east. Everything looks very nice tonight. It's going to be kind of cool. Very cool, actually. Sunset at 6:15 tonight. We'll be at 56 degrees here at around 5, and then by 6:53. And look how, as we go through sunset, the temperature really falls into the 40s with mainly clear skies tonight. So keep in mind, the trick-or-treaters will be out and about, and it will be chilly. Dress them warmly. Here's your hogcast, Mississippi State, Starkville. How about 55 degrees at kickoff? Sunny and cool. I'd say that's just about perfect football weather. Now let's go back 50 years ago today, shall we? Halloween. Clint Sterner remembers this. Probably not. Craig does. Halloween of 1964, the Razorbacks go to College Station and shut out the Aggies 17-0, going to 7-0 on their road to the championship. All right, so highs today on this Friday, only 64 degrees. It didn't feel like 64 because temperatures really fell quickly. Right there, 64, 61 up in Searcy, 63 in Stuttgart and Pine Bluff, 68 in Camden. But again, temperatures fell fast, and it didn't feel at all that warm. 64, currently the dew points are low. The winds are still kind of strong out of the northwest. A freeze warning in effect for just about the entire state. Freeze watch confined to right here, southeast Arkansas, just a freeze watch. But bring in the tender vegetation because it's going to get very, very cold. Lows tonight, look at this, almost 32 degrees everywhere you look. A very cold night. If you're not going to see freezing, you're going to be close enough to see a frost. Highs tomorrow, though, only in the 50s, lower and middle 50s. So for tonight, a freeze warning, clear and very cold, 33 the low. Tomorrow we'll see a high of 55, cool and sunny. Enjoy your weekend. Here's your extended outlook. Don't forget, turn your clocks back 1 hour.
Get THV weather and Ed Buckner's forecast on 94.9 Tom FM. We play it all.
I'm not on the ballot this fall. Michelle's pretty happy about that. But make no mistake, these policies are on the ballot. Every single one of them.
President Obama is finally right about something. His policies are on the ballot. Senator Pryor voted for the Obama policies almost every time. My approach is different. I believe in less government and more freedom. I'm Tom Cotton. I approve this message. I'd be honored to have your support.
John Burkhalter grew up in my church in North Little Rock. He was an Eagle Scout. John worked through school, started a family to be proud of, and built several small businesses, creating jobs. And now, career Washington politicians are trying to tear him down. But I know John Burkhalter, and John's never stopped creating opportunities so Arkansas families come out on top. I trust John Burkhalter. He has the values Arkansas needs for Lieutenant Governor.
You work hard earning your Medicare, caring for children. And when you needed a helping hand, Tom Cotton voted against you to line the pockets of billionaires and corporations.
I don't know where his priorities are.
He's not being honest with Arkansas.
A vote for Tom Cotton is a vote against Arkansas women.
The Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Bipartisan. Politicians talk about it like it's a bad thing. Well, it's how I've always gotten things done. I'll work with Republicans, independents, and Democrats alike to create new jobs and train Arkansans to fill them. My opponent and I just see things differently. I won't privatize Social Security or cut Medicare or Pell Grants. See, I'm not running to make a political career for myself. I'm running to make a difference for you. I'm James Lee Witt, and I approve this message.
It's Halloween, and the 5-0 team gets in a pickle with a killer using a sickle.
What kind of lunatic identifies with a pumpkinhead killer?
Catch a spooky new Hawaii 5-0, then how do you stop a madman?
He's a monster.
When every victim is too terrified to talk.
Find another way, whatever it takes.
I got something.
New Blue Bloods after Hawaii 5-0, CBS tonight.
The MacArthur Museum of Arkansas Military History may not be on your haunted radar, but it's known as one of the most haunted places in the South.
THV11's Meredith Mitchell tells us why this place is a favorite among paranormal investigators.
Loud footsteps, creaky noises, and strange sounds.
It was a lot of thumping and bumping and moving around, and it was around midnight, and it happened probably for 30 minutes, and it was done.
MacArthur Museum of Arkansas Military History has long been a favorite for ghost hunters. Paranormal investigator Rhonda Burton says the known activity here has increased over the years.
And because of the paranormal groups that come through, there's been a lot more happening. There's been a lot more pictures.
Here at the museum, the top floor of the Arsenal Tower is where they've reported the most paranormal activity. There's one male ghost that expresses his dislike for investigators.
On the review, when they just pick the recorder up and walk down, you will hear a man say, "Get out."
Evidence from paranormal investigations hints something ghostly is going on. Many have reported cold spots, sightings of apparitions, and objects knocked over.
A woman in white seen on the grand staircase, the piano playing. There's been a servant woman carrying clothes on the first floor.
Recently, Burton had her first experience with actually seeing a spirit.
A white form darted in front of me and darted down the stairs quickly. It was just so fast, it was the blink of an eye.
Investigators believe the museum serves as a portal for numerous spirits. They come and go. In Little Rock, Meredith Mitchell, THV 11 News.
Arkansas ghost catchers, along with other paranormal investigators, will be sharing stories and footage tonight at the Ron Robinson Theater beginning at 6.
Well, now it is time to move on to some Halloween fun, trick-or-treating.
That's, of course, what Craig O'Neill is doing, joining the kids for the fun. Big kid himself.
This is Thomas Owens. Thomas is my neighbor, and every year he does this incredible front yard. This year, no exception. Thomas, congratulations. You've outdone yourself again.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I've got to know how this all started as we take a look at this first zombie here, who, by the way, is supposed to be blowing smoke, isn't he?
He was a second ago. He was. So he's building up for the next one, probably.
What possessed you to want to decorate your home like this zombie?
Well, you know, I enjoy Halloween. My wife really does, our kids, but we actually kind of got the idea from a cousin, and over probably the last 7 years, we've just added to it. And
I'll say, let's just take a quick tour. Let's just take a quick tour as to what this yard looks like. Follow me over here, Thomas. Now, what's the newest piece? What have you added this year?
This year, we added a couple headstones and then our pumpkin man up top there.
Oh, the pumpkin man on the swing that we met earlier. I like the woman coming out there. You're big with zombies.
We are. We like zombies. I don't know what else to say. Zombies and Halloween just kind of go hand in hand.
Well, this is the year of zombies. Zombies are hot. They're the source of a new TV show that is the hottest show that's been on the movies.
Started the trend, you know, 5 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is ground zero.
Little Rock.
This is ground zero for the zombie apocalypse right here. We'll be back with more of Halloween on THV11 at 5. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching THV11.
My plan for the future? Help others help themselves. Starting with universal pre-K for 4-year-olds and reduce tuition costs so more kids can start strong and finish stronger. And fully funding the Governor's Quick Action Closing Fund will jumpstart a new era of job recruitment, giving the Chamber of Commerce and local leaders the tools they need to bring 21st century jobs right here, helping people over special interests. It's simple. It's what we need.
It's been called Arkansas's outrage of the year. Career politicians trying to get rid of our term limits law with a sneaky ballot issue. Vote against Issue 3. Keep term limits.
I'm retired General Wes Clark. I served in uniform under 6 presidents. In times of crisis, we need experienced, pragmatic leaders. I've looked at both candidates in this race, Tom Cotton and Mark Pryor. And there's only one man who's demonstrated he's a responsible leader and can reach across the aisle and get things done. In the United States Senate, Arkansas and America need Mark Pryor.
I'm Mark Pryor, and I approve this message.
On so many issues, Congressman Cotton's the only Arkansan in Congress to vote against us. Democrats and Republicans passed the Farm Bill, but Cotton's the only one to oppose it. Cotton's the only one to vote for higher interest rates on student loans. And Cotton's the only one who'd raise the eligibility age for Social Security and Medicare to 70. Congressman Cotton's just not for us. Senate Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm French Hill, and I approve this message.
The Arkansas Democrat-Gazette says Patrick Henry Hayes should be ashamed of himself. His attack on French Hill is dishonest and insulting. Hayes should apologize for his cheap attempt to mislead the voters. The truth? Hayes raised your taxes to increase his government salary, called President Obama his star quarterback, and lobbied for Obama's job-killing agenda. Career politicians like Hayes will say anything to get elected.
I'm Asa. You've met my granddaughter, Elabeth, my inspiration for teaching computer coding in our classrooms. Like you, we want all our children to grow up in an Arkansas filled with world-class schools and good-paying jobs. I know exactly what I want to do as governor, and that's provide unlimited opportunities to all our kids so they can fulfill their dreams and ambitions right here in Arkansas. I'd appreciate your vote. We'll hit the ground running and never look back.
Issue 3 destroys Arkansas's term limits law. It lets politicians stay in office longer. That's good for them. It's bad for us. Vote against Issue 3. Keep term limits.
Friday Night Blitz on this Halloween on THV11.
And Mary Dunleavy is in Benton for our showcase game of the week as the Panthers take on the El Dorado Wildcats. Hey there, Mary.
Don and Denise, happy Halloween. I'm going to make my way over here. We've got Scott Reed with us today. How's it going, Scott?
Hey, it's great.
Doing good. So you guys are playing in our showcase game of the week. El Dorado taking on Benton. Benton's undefeated so far this season. You guys are 5-3. What's it like coming into the jungle?
Well, I hope it's awesome tonight. We need to get on a roll. We've lost 2 in a row, and if we're going to be a part of the playoff picture this year, it's time for us to get rolling.
Now, coming off a loss, playing Pine Bluff last week,
Right.
Does that motivate your guys, or how do you kind of coach them through something like that?
Well, we've been through it. We were mediocre most of the year last year and got on a run and won a state title. So our kids still believe, they're working hard, and we're excited about the opportunity tonight.
What would it mean for you guys to walk out of here with a win in Benton?
Well, I think it would give our kids the confidence that we have a chance again, and we need that. We've had 2 tough losses. We had a good start to the season. We've still got a lot of good players, and I think everything's still in front of us.
What concerns you most about the Panthers?
Oh, they have some weapons. Harris and Dwyer, the running back Julius Lewis, the quarterback Mertens. They spread the ball around. They're really good with the ball, and then they're much better defensively. Last year we were able to get big plays on them. We threw it over the top of them a lot. They look more solid. The safety is a good player, Gunnar Paul. We saw him last year. I think they're confident right now, too, and it's obvious they're having a good year, and it's our job to change that.
All right, good luck, Coach Reed. We'll have much more coming up at 6. Hey, I'm going to send things back into you guys.
All right, thanks, Mary. We move from high school football to college now.
Alyssa Raymond is on a THV road trip to Starkville as the Razorbacks take on the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Hey, Alyssa.
Yes, hello ladies. We're out at the Mississippi Horse Park, and since it's Halloween, I was just told that there's a haunted horse barn over there that there was a line down the street for. But another reason why we chose to come here was because this is the place where we found some Hog fans. I got this hat from the Corins out of Cabot, and he told me I could wear it this evening. So this is where they're camping out tonight. This is Mr. Corins getting up into his RV there, and he's going out to dinner, getting ready for tomorrow's game, and he is expecting a win. So we'll have more for you coming up tonight at 6. For now, reporting live in Starkville, Alyssa Raymond. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Too many Arkansans know the fear of layoffs and pay cuts, but not millionaire banker French Hill. Hill and others at his bank gave thousands to re-elect corrupt state treasurer Martha Schaffner. Then $700 million taxpayer dollars were directed to Hill's bank. Hill sold the bank and made millions, but his employees faced possible layoffs and pay cuts. French Hill got millions. His employees paid the price. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The motto of Arkansas was once the land of opportunity. The opportunities to live out our dreams, where possibilities were endless, and reaching for the stars was a natural reaction.
Thanks to you, opportunity still exists.
In the past 5 years, more than 150,000 Arkansas students have been able to go to college so far, a number unmatched in our state's history. The lottery has generated over $450 million for scholarships, benefiting students attending 47 different colleges and universities across the state. And just as expected, college graduates are the natural result, living their dreams with endless possibilities ahead of them. And every time you play, you're providing even more opportunity.
Thank you for doing that.
The Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Celebrate the opportunities.
Special interests in Washington, D.C. are trying to buy a governor's seat in Arkansas, and I've got news for them. We're not for sale. Arkansans don't need Washington-style politics in our state government. I'm Mike Ross, and like you, I'm fed up with all the partisan bickering and dysfunction in Washington. So much so that I left Congress. I'm not running to be governor for the Democrats or Republicans. I'm running to be governor for everyday families like yours. And I'll work with anyone who will work with me to make Arkansas an even better place to call home.
Mark Pryor's become part of the Washington establishment.
He's just not the same guy he was 12 years ago.
I don't think anybody's the same after 12 years.
He chose more of the party line.
We need new ideas, we need freshness, we need new people there.
If we send Mark Pryor back to Washington, nothing's going to change.
I think he's been in Washington too long.
I just don't think Mark Pryor is getting the job done.
He's just not for Arkansas anymore.
NRSC is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
And our first trick-or-treaters just showed up at the Owens home. This is the beginning of it, and believe me, they are, look at this, look at that pot full of candy. They are ready for the trick-or-treaters, but kids, go easy on it. I'm telling you, you better go easy on it this Halloween. You don't want to, I mean, all this candy here, you don't want to ruin your teeth. Look what happened to me.
Yeah, we know, Craig.
You got your body back.
I've got myself back.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Cute.
I was scared there for a minute. I couldn't find myself. But, you know, I'm okay now. I went to therapy, and we're all complete. Here's a look. Huh?
Nothing.
Were you worried about me for a minute?
We were worried.
Because at the head, you never know what's going to happen. Here's your trick-or-treat forecast. I know they're about to head out the door if they haven't already. Look at this. It's going to cool off quickly once the sun sets, and that's around 6:15. Be careful of the trick-or-treaters tonight.
Oh, chilly night there.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly.
All right. Thank you, Ed.
And
Thanks so much
for
watching.
Good night.
Tonight, another disaster for the commercial space program. The second this week, and this time it's deadly. A spaceship designed to carry tourists crashes on a test flight. The man charged with murdering Pennsylvania State Trooper Brian Dixon faces poetic justice.
He was placed under arrest and handcuffed with the handcuffs of Corporal Dixon.
Can Maine quarantine a nurse with no Ebola symptoms? Vanita Nair has the judge's ruling, and Jerika Duncan reports fear is leading to prejudice. And Steve Hartman on the road with a priceless gift that most of us have,
Are you a little excited?
but few appreciate as much as Ben Pierce.
Open your eyes. Oh, yeah, I see it.
This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley.